Thinking about selling your home? Consider a pre-home inspection. Let me explain. Good morning, Vero Beach. My name is Scott Reynolds. I'm the team leader of the Reynolds team at Sotheby's International here in Vero Beach. Today, I have a special guest here today. His name is Devin, and he owns DBJ Home Inspection Services. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having me, Scott. So I'm Devin. We own DBJ Home Inspections. We provide all sorts of inspection services, from home inspections to pre-listing inspections, environmental services, termite inspections. Pretty much anything you need, we can do it. We cover from all of Palm Beach through all of Brevard County. And last year we did about 1,200 inspections, and this year we're probably on track to close to 2,000.
Wow. So you've been in a home or two.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. What I love about that is, a specialist that is, nothing is going to be new, and know what to look for and know how to help solve. The biggest thing is knowing how to solve a problem. It's one thing identifying it, but like, hey, do this, and then the roof stops leaking, or, what have you. So today we wanted to talk a little bit about, for sellers that are thinking about putting their home on the market, a little bit of an advantage, the advantages of considering doing a pre-home inspection. And we've been doing it as a sales team for a little while, and we're able to work out, we talk to the sellers a lot about staging and how to set up their home, and more of the things that you see when you come in the house, but not as much what you see when you're crawling around the house. And so some of the some advantages of doing that. So that's what our goal today to talk about. What are Devin, what are three top things that you see when you're doing home inspection that maybe the seller doesn't know about?
So most common usually is small roof leaks that haven't actually caused an issue inside the house yet. They have no idea that they're there because nobody's going up in their attic. Most people aren't going.
So
up
it may be sitting in the insulation for a little bit, and then
that, or it may even have made a small stain on the ceiling. And most people, as you're walking through your house, you're not looking up, so someone may not have noticed it. So when we're there and we're inspecting, a lot of times we find little roof leaks that somebody didn't know about. Same thing with plumbing leaks, small little waste plumbing leaks. Very common from at a sink in a bathroom where you have your drain stopper where it comes in the back. There's a little nut, and inside there's a little ball that goes in. There's a little nut inside with a little ferrule. Tightens down, and that seals it. Well, a lot of times it's leaking out of there. Either the little gasket on the inside went bad, or the nut loosened up so it's not putting the pressure on it. And we find little leaks like that, and most people don't catch them because they've got stuff under there. They don't see the water, and it's not a real big leak.
And that will damage the cabinets, and then turn into a bigger thing. And where if you know that ahead of time, it's easy to tighten that up and maybe put a new surface on the cabinet that may be
Exactly, and it could
$100.
And it could avoid a bigger problem. One of the other common things we find actually is termites as well. Most people don't know if they have termites. They don't know the signs of it. They don't see. They may see their pellets on the floor and just think it's debris or something, and they sweep them up, and they have no idea, or they don't see the wings in the windows. And termites aren't really that big of a deal as long as they're caught and they're treated. People freak out about it a lot, but there's two kinds of houses. They're either going to have termites or they're going to have them eventually. So it's really based on age of the house. So as long as you treat them, not really a huge deal. Just keep up on the maintenance on it.
Okay. So and then the other, so when the clients I've had that have done the pre-inspections, what's nice about that is while they have the handyman or the contractors doing the painting or doing, other little, as I call honeydews around the house, we can catch some pre-inspection issues that will make the sales process, because as you know, the sales process heightens everyone's emotions.
Yes. So honestly, the way that real estate's done right now is a little bit backwards. So you have all your negotiations, and nobody really knows the condition of the home. Then the buyer comes in with their inspector, And then you end up having to negotiate again because problems are found when you've already gone through negotiations. Somebody may have dropped the price already, and now they want it dropped more because they found some issues. So if you do the pre-listing inspection, you know everything up front. If there are some issues that really need to be taken care of, you have time to price shop and get a better deal. You're not under a crunch. You don't have to just drop 10 grand off a house to make a deal happen. You don't possibly have somebody that just freaks out last minute and decides, oh my God, no, I don't want it. Because people go a little overboard about things and don't realize how minute some things can be and how easy of a fix it could be. So it gets rid of a lot of hassles and makes a much smoother transaction.
Right. When you're in the heat of the moment and you've sold your house, and as a seller, you're focusing on moving to South Carolina and the logistics of doing that. And then you get this inspection report with 23 items on it, and the buyer's asking for $10,000 less, when if some of those things could have been resolved at a fraction of it, and you feel like you have two choices, right? You have a choice to do nothing and possibly lose the sale, negotiate half or some version of that, or get nervous and do it all. And when it may have been a non-issue if it would have been known ahead of time when you weren't underneath the gun.
Well, I can give you a perfect example. We did an inspection on a house. This house was amazing. I mean, I've had very, very little on the list, but I had one major issue. And the seller doesn't know about these things because unless they're a plumber or they're somebody in the business, they wouldn't know. So polybutylene plumbing supply piping from 78 to 96, it was a flexible gray plastic pipe. Had a lot of issues. They had a class action lawsuit against them. The insurance companies don't want to insure it anymore. So this house, beautiful, everything redone, had polybutylene piping. That was really the only real issue. I had maybe two other little things, some caulking, some some little stuff here and there, some weather stripping, but it had the poly. That buyer freaked out, decided I don't even want to move now. So they didn't sell. They backed out of selling their current house. They backed out of that house. I knew the seller's agent. So on the next deal, they disclosed it because they had to. They told the next person. The next person was totally okay with it because they knew it up front, and they got the same money for the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's the other advantage. So is the seller just having knowledge about their own home and knowing it up front.
Yeah.
So and can disclose it, especially if it's a material defect.
Yeah.
So in general, it's also making the transaction smoother. So I just wanted to do a quick video today to kind of give you guys, something else to consider if you're thinking about putting your home on the market. And if you would like, you can contact, all of my information is going to be below. And if you'd like to talk to Devin or DBJ Inspection Services, all of Devin's information will be below in the links.